But let's talk about the new labour codes, because in TCS and HCL Tech's numbers, both the companies had to take a one-time impact, and quite sharp. In the case of TCS, it was more than 2,000 crore on the back of the new labour code. The Institute of Chartered Accountancy had directed companies that they must account for the impact of the new labour codes from Q3, so that's starting to play out. Sonal joins in with the details. Sonal.
Well, yes, ICA had notified and asked all the companies to account for the impact of labour laws starting Q3 itself. And so this is something which is not a surprise and was expected by the markets generally as well. They issued FAQs on key accounting implications arising from labour costs. And they said that 21st November is the date from which labour laws will be applicable. Still, there's more clarity required for different states. So gratuity pay, which is a 15-day pay for every year worked, paid at the time of employee leaving the organization, and leave encashment, basically the accumulated leaves which are paid to the employees at the time of leaving, these have to be considered in the corporate pay structure. Now remember, salary structures are usually structured in a way that cash in hand is more, right? And now the new definition says that 50% of the total pay must be basic pay, and so far most of the industries must be keeping the basic pay between 35 to 40%. This is as per Jefferies, which is basically 2/3 of the companies in the industry were doing that. So for compliance with the laws, a lot of these companies have changed the salary structure, and this would mean that they will have to raise the total compensation by 3 to 5% in order to keep cash in hand at similar levels as before. And around 45% of the banking and finance companies are expecting the impact to be more than 5%. Some of the other companies would expect it to be between 3 to 5%. But considering all the mitigation factors as well, Jefferies is of the view that total pay hike due to labour costs will be around 2%, and that is not as big as the street was fearing in general. According to them, the key stocks which could be impacted will be the ones which have higher India employee cost to the profit before tax ratio. There could be some recurring impact for some companies, and some of them would take a one-time hit on their P&L. These companies would include the capital goods company, BHEL, Afcons, L&T, retail, which have higher employees at the store as well, Jubilant, Nykaa, Eternal, IT companies, of course, you spoke about it earlier, pharma companies as well, and banks themselves have a higher proportion of employees which are paid. So these are some of the sectors and companies which could be impacted.